Today we are back in SkateLab, a game that I haven't played in quite a while on the channel, and a bit of a controversial game because a lot of you guys aren't a big fan of this game. A lot of you just don't like the fact that there isn't a skater is the main thing, and that it's kind of more of a fingerboard simulator than it is a skateboarding simulator. I think it's an interesting take on skate sims, skateboarding games, and I have been enjoying jumping into it every now and then. And this game has received a pretty major update that has really improved on a lot of, I think, the most annoying aspects that this game first had. A lot of the things that people really didn't like, I think, have been addressed here. And this game already has a pretty nice little modding community that's just starting out. As you can see, I have half cabs on with socks. These are modded. We also have some modded maps that we are going to check out in today's video as well. But we're also going to run down what I think are some of the most important features in this most recent update. One of the main things you might notice straight away, there's a couple major updates here that I'm really a fan of. And these are settings that you can turn on and off. One thing is auto leveling your ollies. So I just need to ollie with my right trigger, which is my back foot. Before, you used to have to use your front foot to level out your ollies yourself, and you can still do that. But now the game actually has a feature called auto level that just levels out your ollie for you. So it's kind of like Skater XL. You just need to use that one trigger to ollie, and you get a nice leveled ollie. And if I want to obviously bone it or get into a grind, then I'll use the front foot to do that. But this feature alone makes this game so much more enjoyable, in my opinion. We also have some work on manis too. You no longer have to use triggers to balance your manuals. Now you just balance using the analog sticks, and then all you have to do is just nudge your front foot to kind of balance out the board a little bit. As you can see, it adds a little bit of challenge to manuals, because obviously with the likes of Skater XL and the likes of Session Skate Sim, you don't actually need to do anything when you're in a manual. You just hold down the analog stick and you stay in the manual. There's no challenge like there was in, say, the Tony Hawk skate games where you had a balance meter. Well, this kind of gives you that balance meter almost, except you're just using physics to balance out your manuals, and it actually works really well, and it works so much better than it did before this update. On top of that, another great feature that you might have actually noticed, because I'm connecting in the grinds so much easier than I was in my last couple of videos on this game, we now have grind stabilization. What this does is it doesn't actually magnetize your grinds, so you still need to get into the grind, and you still need to get over in the right position to get into the grind, but it just kind of keeps your truck locked in a little bit better. Before, you would just be sliding out of this grind, but now it keeps me just slightly locked in. It's basically the same thing as in Session Skate Sim. You have grind alignment. If grind alignment's all the way down, you slip out of grinds easier. If it's all the way up, you stay in grinds easier. So it's kind of like that, basically. So you still actually need to approach the ledge at the right angle, to get into that grind and everything. So it's still challenging. It doesn't remove any of that challenge. It just means that you'll stay in the grind easier and the game won't slip you out of the grind. And this is also a feature that you can toggle on and off. So here we have auto level, we have grind stabilization. So you can turn these on and off if you want it to be more challenging, more like the old way the game was. But I personally think this game is already hard enough without those settings enabled, so I keep those settings on. And I think that it just makes this game a little bit more streamlined to new players, a little bit easier to kind of pick up and play, and just a lot more fun, in my opinion, because it doesn't really remove any challenge, but it just adds kind of quality of life features. This map got a big upgrade too. All of this section is all brand new to this map, which is really nice. The replay editor got a big update too, and you can add keyframes. Alright, let's just quickly watch that then with the keyframes. So pretty good, right? Like, they're pretty smooth. It works pretty well. Obviously, with time, my filament will improve with this game. But really, there's just so many... Oh, like, look at that. We're locked in there for the long run. You just weren't able really to do that before. Or at least I wasn't, because it was a lot harder. There's just a lot of quality of life changes that I think really make this game a lot more enjoyable to play. They really are putting a lot of work into this game, and they are working on a lot of updates and a lot of content as well, which is really great to see. I think I was trying to crooked grind this in, like, one of my last videos, maybe my first video, and it was really hard to get locked into it, but now it's just so much easier. Like, look at that. And then a little nollie flip. I'm still getting used to this replay editor, so this filament is not very good. But you can see that it looks pretty nice. This game has just become a lot more accessible to a wider audience, which is really cool to see. I think as well, if you're like a fingerboarder rather than a skateboarder, you might like this game a lot, because it's definitely kind of more inspired, I think, by fingerboarding. Nice little switch nose grind. Oh, that was nice, Vicky 5-0. I think like turning in the air and getting yourself into position for certain grinds is also a lot easier now. There was a whole lot of stuff that got added with this update and got fixed with this update and improved on. It's all in the patch notes. I'm just kind of... Oh, a nice nose slide there. I'm just not going to go through them in the video. This is more just, I just want to play. It's a nice break from Skater XL session and trying something new that I think is actually a pretty valid addition to the skate sim scene. That was a nice nose money. Oh, you know what? I think I'll take that. That's probably the best we're going to get. I mean, look, it was something. It wasn't the best line, but, you know, we're still learning this game. We're still trying our best. We do actually have this map that I didn't even check out. I think this came with one of the most recent updates. And this one's definitely for the fingerboarders out there because this is just a tabletop little fingerboard skate park, and it's very, very cool. I think maps like this are really cool because it just shows you that this game is, you know, it's not taking itself too seriously, but it is doing some pretty interesting things when it comes to kind of pushing the boundaries, I think, in skateboarding games with the physics and everything. That was really nice. You've even got a really sick little mini ramp here. Oh, that was sick. All right, but let's head on to the map I was going to head on to. So if you press RB here on the maps menu, you can actually head to community made maps. It has an in-game modded map browser, which is a really nice feature. We have Westchester Skate Park. A couple of these run quite heavy, like this one, for example. As you can see, it runs a bit heavy for me because there's like a lot of shading and stuff going on. We have Kalemski here, which is a skate park in Polar. Again, with all the trees and everything, it runs pretty bad for me. This one runs a lot better. It's because this one actually doesn't have like a lot of stuff going on around it. This one kind of stays in the art style of the vanilla maps, which I really like. Nice. That was a very, very short tail slide, but let's try and hit this. Nice front crook. We got a line going. A little ollie over the rail. Oh. Oh, switch crook. That was perfect. Oh, that was perfect. No slide. I mean, that was the roll away and everything was so clean on that one. Little board slide. Oh, that was really sketchy, but we got a kickflip. Kickflip. Back Smith on the ledge. Into a little bit of a front board on the rail. That was nice. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, that was actually really clean. The landing was a bit funky, though. I wish we got a cleaner landing on that one. That was a really nice backsmith. Oh, man. See, even with the grind stabilization feature on, you know, it is still quite difficult, as you can see, to hold your grinds. You still really need to hold it into place. Oh, okay, that was sick. Heel flip back Smith. Nollie heel no slide, that was okay. Oh, switch heel switch 50-50. Oh, another switch heel 50-50. That one was even cleaner that time. Oh, okay. Anyway, I think we're going to call it there, guys. I think this is enough SkateLab for one day. It's a game that it's quite intense. It takes your full concentration to really land tricks, but when you land stuff, it feels so good. Highly recommend checking this out if you want a new take, something different in the skate sim genre. And yeah, the devs are really dedicated and are actually really improving this game. This version from last time I played is so much better, so I definitely recommend checking it out. And also check out the mods too. There's a link to the official SkateLab Discord and the modding Discord in the description, so you can go and check them out. I recommend checking it out, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.